What's up, everyone? So today is kind of like a miscellaneous video, we're going to call it, okay? So what we got going on here is we got the garage packed with a bunch of broken crap. So we got our buddy's pit bike right here. We needed a carb swap on. Our bike should be good to go. That bike decided to start running mysteriously after it stalled. So I got to figure out what's going on with that. Rototiller. We just got out of storage. We put a fresh filter on that bad boy, so hopefully she runs good. We'll start her up here in a second. Got the tractor out of storage. Freaking those squirrels, man, chewed my wires up, and I had to put a couple crimps on there. So we got a fresh battery, oil filter, oil. Get this thing all cleaned up. We're gonna sharpen our blades. Got the motor over there. That's another video. And we got our power wheels over here that we just ordered the motor for, so we can replace the burnt out one since we're running it in a series and running it at 24 volts. So, other goodies over there. We got our simple grain because we want to clean our whole garage floor and get, it smells good when you get it done. So, we got this guy we're not going to be using anytime soon, so we want to get that, out of here. We got some stuff to do. Plus, it's our birthday next week. So, or maybe it's this week by the time this video hits. Ooh, I wanna getting spicy. But yeah, we want to get this garage cleaned up so we can have a party and all that. So, boy cleaned up his rock crawler pretty good. Told him he needs to take care of his stuff and clean, and he did a pretty good job. So, mine's over here still with the wires torn apart and all that stuff. So, that's from when I was a kid. So, all kinds of little knickknacks around here that we just need to get taken care of. Plus we got the trailer over there. We took one of our lights off to see what we had to order up. So we got some fresh LEDs coming for her. Just a couple. The other ones look pretty good. So the other ones I'll be able to clean up and all that. So we're just going to leave them alone. So pretty good. Got the boat back, as you guys seen. Or maybe you're gonna see, but we got the boat back. We need to buy tires for that, buy a boat cover, some seals, got all kinds of stuff. Plus, we still got the old Mercury we got to work on too. So, plenty of stuff to work on. You know what I mean? But today we're just gonna do a couple random little things right now. And first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna see if this rototiller fires up. So our dad picked this up for us a long time ago. Not a long time ago, a couple years ago. And we had a pull starter on there. And the pull starter broke, and I bought like a new bearing for it, and then it broke again, and I got tired of doing that, so we came up with this little contraption here. So you're when you do this, you're gonna want to use a drill and not an impact, FYI, because you don't want that jerky motion. But you're just gonna put her like you would start it to pull in it, and this is on all your pretty much your small engine stuff and all that. Hope you guys can see what's going on right now. So we're gonna pull the choke out, and then you got a nut here on your shaft, and you want to make sure whatever socket you put on there, it doesn't you don't want it like hanging up on there, not too much. So I usually put it on about halfway like that, and I'll give it a, oh, my battery's going low. Alright, so she started firing up. We're gonna take her off choke. Running good. Dang, she fired right up. What? This thing is running. So, way to do it right there, guys. I love it. Electric start. I don't know if it's just because like when I grew up, when I was a kid, I rode mini bikes like all the time, and they had these little 3.5 Briggs Tecumseh motors on there and all that stuff. So just hearing that sound it's like music, man. It's like just brings you back a little bit. So it's cool to hear this old motor fire up. She burns a little oil and all that, but we just do it for our garden and all that. So we only have to run a couple rows. So this thing does more than what we need it to. It does a great job. The only thing that's a little risque on this one is your new tillers, where your tines actually spin in reverse, which help dig the dirt, right? But at the same time, it's not driving you forward because you have your wheels to drive you forward. On this one here, your wheels are driven forward, but your tines drive forward too. So when your tines grab too much traction, we're gonna say, the thing, it's like trying to hold back a whole horse. I mean, the thing is wild. Like, you really, like, you gotta be ready for it. Because one time I wasn't ready for it. I didn't know. Usually it's in reverse, like that thing took off, and I had to run after this thing, just because of the circumference of the tines and all that, and that speed that they were spinning at. The thing got moving, okay, and obviously not like super crazy, but the fact that it took me off guard and all that, it got wild. So kind of, but they changed that, in the newer stuff, because I'm guessing it was a little risky, a little dangerous. So they probably changed that up. But regardless, so that's your first hack for today, as far as how to start maybe a small engine or something like that with the drill. Don't use an impact. Wouldn't recommend an impact. I actually did an impact, and that's what broke the little thing before that we were using. Because at first we were using, because I don't know what it's called. Whatever. It's like the ball bearing, carrier setup or whatever before that, and we ended up breaking that. So now we're down to the nitty gritty, which is fine. So she works great. We did this all last year, and I think just last year. But I would say she works great and all that. She's worked great. She's gonna be good. So our next thing too. All right, we're gonna get on to our next project here, and yeah, we're gonna show you what's going on. All right, guys. So next hack for in the garage doing everyday stuff is our mower deck here. So what we did at the end of the year is we made sure we cleaned out all our grass and all that stuff. Because when you're sitting at that, all winter time and all that, you don't want anything as far as your grass, trapping moisture, and potentially rusting out your deck and costing you money that you could be putting on, race car stuff, or dirt bikes or whatever. So what we're gonna be working on here is actually grinding our blades. We've never done them, so. I mean, we've done our other tractors and stuff like that, but we've never done these. So we got here is a little bouncer guy right here, and we kind of put it on there to kind of see how our blade sits. So even with all the nicks and all that, it's a little sitting on there actually a little uneven. I'll have to readjust, but it's still pretty good. So the idea of this is you don't want to grind too much off one side trying to clean up all your nicks and all that, to where it causes the blade to favor one side and not the other. Don't grind this part here. There's no reason for you to have to grind this, because you are going to cause an unbalance in your blade and all that. Try not to get super crazy with this thing either. What I would tell you to do, and it's only my personal opinion and not professional, is I would not put myself down on professional blade sharpener guy. So what I do personally, because my blades I hit walnuts, and I hit them all, not just some of them. But I'll run the grinder, sorry, let me show you guys here. I'll run the grinder and actually flatten this out lightly, don't go crazy, just enough to get most of our nicks out. I'll run the grinder on the back side, just lightly, and then I'll come back here and I'll start doing my angle. And I don't want to get to where it's really super like thin, because I feel like if I got too thin, then it's gonna give the blade, it's gonna dent easier, as far as if I hit maybe softer, even just like sticks, light sticks or anything like that, and maybe the blade's gonna damage a little more. So it's not my first rodeo sharpening blades. I've always had good luck cutting my lawn, and it does a nice cut every time I do this. So I don't know if I've been doing it wrong or I've just been getting lucky, but this is how I do it. So we actually didn't take a lot off on this. This blade honestly, it wasn't that bad. For me, never doing it and hitting walnuts every season, pretty impressive. So that's the type of pad we use on our grinder. Just want to be careful when you put a fresh one on there. They tend to still put in a lot of work, so you want to be really soft with it and not overgrind. So we're going to clean up all these other blades, get them back on, and then we're going to go on to the next hack, if I got one. Or maybe we'll be done out here. we'll see what happens. Well guys, if you didn't believe me I don't hit walnuts, you should now. Oh girl, it's rough. So I'm going to show you guys me actually grinding this one here. And there's probably better videos out there on maybe how to do this maybe more properly, we could say. But let's say you're just an average Joe, average guy just trying to grind his blades, save some money so he can go and buy some hot rod parts, you know? So I'm going to show you on this side here exactly how I'm going to grind it. So what I'm going to do first, like I said, is I'm going to grind this flush and try to get all those nicks out. Now this is the worst one I've had yet, so this one will require some extra grinding. So, alright, so before we grind this blade, always make sure you wear your safety equipment, like I always stress. So we're going to put on our squints, and now we're good to go. Alright, so like I said, this was definitely really spicy. I'm not a fan of how far I had to go down, but it's fine. It'll be alright. We try to leave this part alone here, because this part wasn't nicked up as much. So when we go to clean this up, that won't be a big deal. And the main thing when you're sharpening this, you can't really see it, but you don't want to feel like that you're pressing the grinder on the edge. You want to feel like you're pressing the grinder right before the edge. Or what will happen is you'll just instead of making this look sharper, you'll just keep on dulling it out, and because you'll keep on grinding the edge off, because you want to put that nice edge on there. So you're gonna want to hit it more on the, as far as, you know, this side. So you're gonna see me do this, and then when I start developing an edge, like I got a little bit of stuff right here, you're gonna see me just brush the back side and kind of run it through as evenly as I can, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna finish it on this side. So a little finesse goes a long way. Alright guys, so that's that. See, came out pretty good. We left the, oh, there we go. I cleaned up good. Nice. It's a good thickness right there. Little over thickness. I might just touch that up a smudge. But this overall, that's a good blade right there. That's gonna cut your grass good. It'll be good solid unit. So that's definitely how you sharpen your blades. So let me finish this one up so I can button this up. And then, I don't know, I might have one more thing for you, so you stay in there. Alright guys, so I know what you're thinking. Like, come on man, we're watching you sharpen blades, start rototillers with drills, like, what are we doing here? Like, what I tell you what we're doing. We're saving money is what we're doing. And a little trick, tips like this, kind of help you guys, hopefully. If you own your own, property or whatever, you'd be like, man, instead of going out buying blades, just grind those puppies sharp and go out there and keep cutting grass, because my blades were doing fine and those things looked horrible. So, a little bit, as long as you're not like, you're like professional grade, that's a different story. But, we're doing a good job over here. So, our last hack of the day, did not even know these existed. But, just when you think you're already busy in life, and that you got enough on your plate, don't you worry. Good old dad will call you, be like, hey, have you been greasing your pulleys on your lawnmower deck? And like, I know there's grease zerks on there. Yeah, you should be greasing those. Okay, Dad. So we're gonna see where these puppies are at. Kind of think I eyeballed one already. Oh, there's one right there. There's one on the back side. We got anything on the? Oh, there's another one right there. Holy schmolies! Nothing on that, 'cause that's obviously just a bracket. So yeah, on all three blades here, there's grease zerks on them. So you got yourself a JD, and chances are you probably gotta get some grease zerks that you should be pumping some grease in. Did not know that. So, all right, guys, that's pretty much the end of the video. We got some more stuff we're gonna be doing later on tonight, but appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you later.